Greetings, Guzzlers! Happy Wednesday and happy early October. Welcome back to Ben Buys Beverages, and tonight I am continuing with the request to review some normal beers. And my definition of normal is in the Natty Light video that you should watch when this one is done. But anyhow, tonight's video is immortalized in song. Sadly, not to my knowledge in a Sabaton song, but at least one, inevitably more, by George Thorogood. Every morning just before breakfast, I don't want no coffee or tea, just me and my good buddy Budweiser. That's all I ever need, and I drink alone. Yes, I Drink Alone by George Thorogood, and tonight's beer is Budweiser, the king of beers. So let me pull one of these off, and I shall tell some stories, because I have many stories. Well, some stories involving Budweiser. The first of which, if we harken back to high school when I was but a freshman. So what was that, 89, 90? No. Graduated 92, 88, whatever. I was young. And I ended up getting suspended from high school, partially because of Budweiser, a six-pack of it. And I know my compatriots in suspension are watching this, but they shall remain nameless for the sake of this video, except for the fact that they too buy beverages. Now, the other story I have involves Korea in the late 90s, because that's where I was stationed as a brand new lieutenant with an artillery battalion. And they put all of the young lieutenants in the same building, our little bachelor officer quarters. And down on the first floor of this 3-story building, look at that, it looks like pale American beer, of this 3-story building was a vending machine. And for 65 cents, you could get all sorts of tasty things in aluminum cans. You could get Coca-Cola, you could get Pepsi-Cola, you could get ginger ale, you could get a grape soda, and of course, surprisingly, you could get Budweiser beer for 65 cents. It was the traditional size cans, not these monsters from the gas station. But be that as it may, I spent a large portion of Korea enjoying Budweiser beer until the S3 started buying beer, and he would buy Bud Light. So things transitioned. And then in the following units I was in, whenever people were buying beer, because, free beer is my favorite flavor, it always ended up being Bud Light, which is odd, but whatever. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, as it were. But a funny beer story. Now, my second year in Korea, right after the first, I'd extended, because I was either hedging my bets or foolish. I'll let you decide. But we're in a battalion function with a 302nd Forward Support Battalion. And we're listening to the battalion commander drone on and on about it doesn't matter. My fellow lieutenants and I had come in late because we were working late, because that's what you did in 4th Chemical Company. And a beautiful thing about Korea is you could order beer. And I had done so on the way over. And so we're sitting there, and in the middle of this boring, droning speech, there's a pounding on the door. And in walks Adashi, a generic Korean term for old man. And in his arms, he's got a full case of beer. And interrupts everything, and in his loudest voice, beer for last name, buys beverages. So I got a glare and eventually a written counseling statement for that one. But it's all okay, because Budweiser is the king of beers, and it's the American beer. It's even kind of themed that way, red, white, and blue. Taste-wise, I mean, it's all right. It's a generic lager. I'll never turn it down, but aside from this video, I'll probably never seek it out again. If I have to give a number, I'll say a 7. Because that's a nice average number. So other than that, it's been a day of memories with the Budweiser here. So cheers to Korea, cheers to high school, and cheers to all of those watchers who were there. Cheers!